Hey, okay, so it's Saturday, February the 5th. I decided to do an extra show because I have a bit of time and I have a bunch of stuff to list. I should be getting good for next week. So, um, yeah, we'll see if anyone joins. You can tell it's a special extra show because I got my cap on, which means I didn't comb my hair. So, let's get going. So, this week was okay for thrifting. It wasn't the best, but sales have been quiet. Oh yeah, I guess I always show that, eh? So the first thing I do is go to my show, go to my eBay, and oops, that's the wrong one. Summary. That was right. I must have clicked. There we go. So you can see I actually had a day without sales and very low sales, uh, down 20%. Disaster. Or it's just randomness. Maybe I should be promoting. No, I'm gonna do that. Anyways, I'm fine with all that. Means I didn't have to ship anything. So I picked up some Wade figures. Now it was $2.99 for a large bag, and all of them were in, except for one, were in very good to perfect condition. And I knew one of them was worth a little bit of money, like $15. So it was worth picking up the bag, and these aren't them. So I'm just gonna start with this. Wade aren't like a big money maker, but I think if you know some of the more rare ones, like basically the answer is Gingerbread Man is a rare one. It might be worth picking up. So no one going to join. Good, excellent. That's the way I like it. Thank you, Tommy, for the positive start. Oh, sorry. Hey, Bluegrass. Carl is the only salesman in the world that doesn't want to sell. I don't give a beep. I don't care. Because it doesn't matter. So, exactly. Well, if I had to sell, I got to go find it and I got to list it. And I got to pack it and drop it off. Okay. So let's get started before I get too distracted. I think I actually have a draft for these very exciting Wade figures. Let's see. Just make it a little bigger. This is definitely one of those bread and butter things. But in Canada, we see these quite a bit. It's like every grandma collected these. It was like you signed a contract once you became a grandma that you had to collect these figures at one point. E42, box of the day. This one will do. No gilding. And flat, blah, 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 blah. And done. So, not a ton of money, but not a ton of work. My favorite thing. A special book. So I can do math. And done. Just want to show this weird thing I picked up the other day. It's like one of those screens to block things, but it's small, as you can see from the figures. Has no value. It's just a tourist piece, but I thought it was actually kind of cool. So I'm going to keep this one. But this one drove me a little nuts because the Value Village on the back end stuck their sticker directly to the paper backing. So I can't take that sticker off without removing the backing off the back. So anyways, this is one of the few occasions I actually bought something for myself. That's a bit of damage, but I think it was like $3 or $4 or something. I can't quite remember. Hey Shay, went to an estate sale, not much left, and 2 thrift stores were a fail. The thrift stores in my area are not great to begin with. The one thing I noticed since going full time is, not to be a downer, but there's a big difference between middle of the day and weekends and at night. I don't go on weekends. I don't find anything, but maybe I should give that another try. And estate sales, I haven't seen much. I feel I'll waste my time at the estate sales, but maybe I'll try the last day. Like people say, my issue is I don't want a bunch of junk. Like I'm a cherry picker, and estate sales are kind of the opposite of that. Need a sugar mama like Carl? Jealous? Yes. I can hear her doing the laundry in the other room. Hey, Harry. Thank you for coming in. Okay. I think I paid up for this sealed $7.99. This was one of those occasions where I actually bought something without a full comp, and it's like everyone's asking quite a bit of money for it, but no one sold any of it. So, but whatever. I picked it up anyways. Something about blah blah blah, sell through rate, blah blah blah. See, no sales. So use a super duper checker. See the price difference here? Huge, eh? I'm gonna go for $29.99 and just hope for the best. And then completely forget that I ever listed it, so. No Japan. No Italy. There we go. Does anyone not use the sell similar? I just find it so much quicker. The only issue is with the attributes can be completely wrong, because a lot of people don't check them like me. Okay, before I forget, price. Last night or yesterday, we were having people over to give us a quote on moving stuff around in the basement, like the venting has to be moved. Anyways, for them to come over, I had to move around everything in the basement, and I really did my shoulder out for a few days. It's a recurring injury, unfortunately. Just make sure it's the same thing. Sometimes they look the same and they're not. See, where's the UPC code? Let's do this. I don't care. I don't have to find it. I just want to make sure it is the same thing. Where do they hide that number? Oh, we're just going to hope it's the same. Okay. Big enough. Missed it. Not a big money maker. $20 maybe. Is Max sold overpriced now? No, Max sold is great. For people who don't know, Max sold is an auction site where they allow you to basically run your own auction. So people come to your house to pick up the stuff on one day. Right now it's scheduled when they pick it up. Although I guess it always kind of was. And my favorite thing as a reseller is everything starts at $1, and it has to start at $1. That way, have someone putting up, I don't know, their Blue Mountain pottery for $100 and you're wasting your time looking. Everything starts at $1. Now, that being said, there's a bit more buyer beware with that stuff because their descriptions aren't good. But I have had major scores on max sold. That being said, I haven't had a pickup for max sold in a while since I picked something up. But I recommend it if they are in your area. They seem to be spreading slowly across the United States, and there is a buyer's premium. But sometimes you can buy. I bought big lots for $1, and I made like $20 off one item in that big lot. So I think it's worth the time. Yeah, Sherry. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I think it's good. Like I've had one bad experience where someone said something was perfect and was not, and I got most of my money back and I made money. And that was early in my career. Nowadays, I would just go, well, I shouldn't have bought it. And finally, to a point that I can sell similar off my own sold 80% of the time, it's such a game changer. Oh yeah, that's the best. Like yeah, if I can use my own listing, like when I was doing a lot of Viewmaster stuff, I was just using my own listings. Yes, I agree. That is the best. Serve with the shoulder. Yeah, it's okay. Thank God for meds, eh? Just if anyone's in a bad mood, I swear about half the time it's because they're in constant pain, and you don't know what that's like until you're in constant pain. We have it. Yeah, it's good. I think it's good, but it's about a lot more buyer beware, and of course, it's just people. So it's not like a professional auction house. Cam playing cards. This was in a lot with a bunch of other cards. And I don't know how much I paid. $5 maybe at most. The other cards weren't worth anything. I haven't figured out the secret to cards yet. If they're like pinup girls or something like that, they can, or nudie ones, they can have value. But I've only seen that once. I think I haven't even sold them. This might be my drafts. Oops. Selling listings. Drafts. Did I do this one? No. Hopefully, still have it. No. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. This thankfully had a name on it. So August. Is it Athens? Yeah. So Chem can be a good brand, and the reason I knew that was from poker. And when I mean a good brand, I don't mean you're going to get fortune off the thing, just that it's okay. These are almost perfect, but they're not perfect. There we go. Five. Distance. The thing with cards is I think they just produce so many cards of those old ones. Like they'll look really interesting and appealing, and then you look them up and they're not worth anything, even if they are quite older vintage, simply because they produce so many of them, I think. Big hit. It's finally started to get warm. Our recent ice storm is almost melted away. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, no, we're deep in the winter still. February is, I think, one of the coldest months we have. So, yeah, no, it's cold. This was kind of funny. So this week I picked up a coin holder. Now I actually ordered this off Etsy and it was like $5, and it included this little, each coin has this little coin holder and this little red foam and plastic, and it's cheap, but it was $5 including shipping. But the funniest thing for me is that it was from Alberta, and you can't really see it. You'll never see that. Stupid. Anyways, believe me, this is Chinese communist propaganda. It's like the 40th anniversary of our Great Revolution, which is so funny for one, coming from Alberta, and number two, something to do with coins, because a lot of people with coins are a little more conservative. It's hilarious. Anyways, that made me laugh. I'm gonna order more though because they're pretty cool. For $5, they can put in whatever propaganda they want. Okay. I guess that's upside down. Barbecue thing. When I was at the store, I looked this up because it was easy, and it works. I think it's to get your barbecue to a certain temperature. Okay. Barbecue Guru. Okay, let's see if we can get a party cue. Let's try that. That's more specific. Party cue. Here it is. Green egg. No, it's not that. It's this. I'm just going to take out the cue. I put that in the queue. Okay, and either way, it's this one here. The reason I'm doing this is just to make sure I'm not screening it out, because it seems to be something funky going on. Because I know there's more results. Looks like there's some really good ones though. So even if this one isn't worth like hundreds, it's still maybe something to keep an eye out for. Right now I'm thinking 49. Yeah, okay, let's go with 49. I think that's fair. Let's go 59. Is this heavy? No, it's really light. So I actually did test this. I was kind of scared of like this little dongle thing here, but actually that's just attached to something in your barbecue. It just takes normal batteries, so it was actually easy to test. Size large. Not large. E42. Oh, large. No. Excuse me. Where are you? Yeah, okay. Might go a little slower because I've been making mistakes. Like I noticed one of my listings, the title says awesome, and I would never put in the word awesome. Like, what does awesome even mean? Oh, thank you, Sherry. I'll add you in for sure. I'm going to do one more and then I'll update my little banner. 3 at 165. Yeah, I had enough stuff. To go live today, so I figured, why not? I keep talking about it, but my intake thing, testing bin thing is working really well. So hopefully I'll keep that up. Because it's nice to have that emptying whenever I buy stuff. For the Wade's figures, since I picked up a whole bunch, I'm not going to list them all, but I list enough to make more than my money back, and then the rest will go into a lot, and I'll make a note of where that is, and go back and make sure that if I can make a really good lot out of that stuff. Okay, next, Thomas the Train Bus. This one is electrical, little on-off switch. You undo the screw at the bottom, then you can put in batteries. I bought 3 of these, and this is the only one that worked. I'm shocked the other ones didn't work because they look perfect. So, c'est la vie. Thomas Bus. Okay, it's Birdie. Let's go used. I had all these. Where do we go? Magnifiers, and I find actually the one that goes in your pocket is actually the best. Just funny. Let's see if there's date on here. 2006. This will do. Perfect. That's all good. That's all good. Did I put pictures in? No. If there was just this one in the bag, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. Because I paid, I don't know, whatever, $5 for the bag, maybe 6. Unfortunately, like I said, 2 of them didn't work. And I just throw them out if they don't work. because I don't want someone else to get it. Done. So that's 15. So I'm going to update the little banner. Big head. Banner. Thank you for listening with me. 165. That's this amount. That's a good average. I got 5. And I got 30, 60. Uh-oh. 40, 70, 130, 145. That is not so good. That's okay. Out and in. There we go. Thank you, Sherry. Next. Okay, this one was hanging around. I came in late, didn't know there was a show today, so 3 is better than none. Actually, this is a unannounced show. This is so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is still when I'm going to do the show, 5:30, 6:30. But in this case, I had some extra time, and my prep box was full of stuff for the show. So I figured, well, I'll do this show, and then I can fit in more stuff for next week. This way, I don't have to commit to another time, just in case too. So it works well for me. Okay, so this is this. Really bright out here. I don't know why. It's because I have the window open, I guess. Creative MP3 there. There we go. This took me forever to test. It's just sitting around staring at me. So, and I bought this a while ago. Creative MU Video 100 used. Mine's more like this one. $34.99 sounds good. I'm gonna go thrifting on Friday. I missed it. Miss my friends is lame as that sounds, but I did. I miss my friends. Keeps me going. Who cares about this? Okay. I forgot how much I was asking for that one. $35. I'm only 2 away from 1,000. I've actually never gone to 1,000 before. Okay. The problem with testing this was that it wasn't seeing the files that were on here, and you had to kind of like go and do some settings and stuff like that, and that took me a little while to figure out, but it does work fine. So. Okay, next. I don't know if anyone remembers these things from their childhood. We had these. This is one of those cases where it's a baggie full of stuff, and I kind of knew that I recognize these as vintage from my childhood, and everyone likes buying their childhood. So that's what's next. And I'm almost guaranteed that I have a draft for this one because I can spell the word. Drafts. Do I have it? Just trying to get rid of a bunch of these. No. Okay, so hopefully it comes up in the search. Herman, no. Zeit. Ooh, is that it? No. Okay, I want this listed, so I'm just going to take a quick look using our favorite thing, Google Lens. If you haven't tried it, you have no excuse not to. It just saves your butt so much on toys, or especially on toys. There it is. EZ. ERZ. GEB. IRGE. This is actually a kind of a bolo that I meant to write down. What I'm thinking about doing is just coming up with a new category every week and studying that one hard and making sure when I go to the thrift stores, I check for that thing. Otherwise, sometimes stuff doesn't get glued into your head, or at least for me, it doesn't. So I'm not going to claim that you're going to make a super bunch of money on this. Here it is. I'm thinking I'm going to see if I can get 39, but I'm going to have a feeling I'm going to have to drop this over time. But we'll see, because I have more stuff than them in my lot. Good use condition will have marks and signs for use. Some have damage and missing parts, and or need re-gluing. Is that spelled right? Wow, look at that. Get it. We're gonna get rid of the number of pieces. Isn't that cute? Oh, we got left out of the bag. That's okay. And list. Or what did I say? 40? Yeah, 40. 40. Big head. Okay, so next I picked up these Drama Faces bookends ages ago. I kept them for myself, but I found I wasn't really using them. Starting to listen. They're, what are they? Brass, I think. This is another thing where there isn't a ton of comps for them. And since I bought them such a long time ago, I have no idea how much I paid. There's something else I swore I did a draft for, but they're not. The drafts aren't here, so I'm not sure what's up with that. Just so I wouldn't have to spend this time trying to ID it. But they're definitely not here. So Google enters the view to the save me again. That did not work. Thank you again, Sherry, for listening with me. Okay, I don't know why it's not finding it. It was pretty obvious last time. So let's not do drama. Let's do comedy. Say vintage. Comedy. Because they're common. They're not that rare. I know they exist. Okay, you know what? I'll do this later. To make sure that draft is done. So we're going to do a toy. One of these Bandai guys. It was $3.99. He's missing his hands. I knew that when I bought him. I don't know if I show the items too quick or not. Or if people really want to see the items. Okay. Bandai. 1999, 1991. Robot. That's definitely him. Mega Zord. Mega Zord. Let's get rid of the root robot. See, this guy has the pieces that are missing. Sometimes you will see these at the thrift stores. Yeah, it's too bad. But those little pieces can make a huge difference to the price. And I'm not, like in the past, am I like, oh, I'm going to find the pieces? It's like, no. I'm not going to find the pieces. So we're going to pick that one. And we just have to come up with a reasonable price. This looks like it. Is this guy missing the hands too? No, he has more of his hands. I'm just coming up with the price. Right now I'm thinking 49, and that would be lucky. Incomplete. Okay, that's good. I'll be happy with 49. Okay. Missing parts. Hands for sure. And then shows signs and marks from use. And then combine. And combine. The other week I was going to list some perfume, and then when I really comped it, I found it wasn't worth anything. Even though it has the same name, I found out there's different bottles for that perfume. So I blew out $8 by accident, but you know what? That doesn't really bother me because now I know a bit more about perfume. Okay, so I'm going to put missing parts at the beginning. Missing parts. Just made it. Almost. Okay, good. And one for 50. Why does it list for free? Like, if you go over your monthly... Well, I guess maybe this one's for free. Maybe if I go too far, I won't say it's for free anymore. Done. Big head. Boop. I like listening with you because it makes me feel like I'm hanging out with friends and I live in solitude life with a reseller, otherwise no friends in Idaho, just me and the dog. Yeah, I really like it for the same reason. It does feel like you get to know people a little bit, and I really like watching lives, and it does make it feel like you're not working alone. I think it's important to try your best to. Depends on your personality. But for me, I do need to see people in real life. And that's what I was talking about. Like when I see my thrifting friends, it does help because, we're social creatures and, I love my cat and my wife, but sometimes you need something else too. So, but I understand that it's not always easy, especially if feeling socially isolated. It's not, believe me, I found out the hard way. That's not too good either. Oh, 6 more. So total 8. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for putting the totals too. That makes me not have to do math. So I'm going to do 2 more, and then I'll catch up with you on that. Picked up this thing. This is not worth a lot, but I couldn't resist, and I paid up. I think I paid $15. So I'm going to make hardly anything on this. But it's a role-playing game, sealed in packaging. This is totally... I don't know. I have a soft spot for this stuff. This is... Even though I don't know anything about it, I wasn't, there's like, I saw that, I was like, that's coming with me no matter what. That doesn't mean I won't list it though. It's funny. Okay. Green Knight RPG. Here it is. Just say new. I think we're all kind of like drinking the Kool-Aid here a bit for the price. What's the lowest? Okay, I'm gonna go 59, and we're gonna check out Terra Peak just in case. Yep, we are smoking. So now I'm gonna go down to 49. I said I paid $15 for this, so if that's a big if I get that amount, yeah, I'm gonna have to actually charge more for shipping. If I do get that amount, then I'll be it would have been something I would pick up anyways. I'm just not sure if I will get that amount. There might be just a lot of ones that no one ever bothered opening before. We put RPG in there. Did I put my pictures in? No. Excuse me. Oh, hey, I beat 1,000. Yay! I beat it without even realizing it. So that's good. That took a lot longer than I thought to get to 1,000. Went to Savers Friday, got a new Nerf gun. It was really trying to pick up new in box or without tags and sealed. There was not a lot. Yeah, I don't see new that often. Or sometimes if it is new, they're asking way too much and it still doesn't make sense. Or it's just something that's not that valuable. But yeah, new is great for listing. In fact, what I should be doing is selling on Amazon if it's new and sealed. I know you can get more. I keep forgetting to do it. I have sold on Amazon. I have no excuse except not bothering to learn something new, which is a lame excuse. Is that sealed? Yes, it is sealed. Nice. It's not worth that much, though. There's like a lot of them are available. Put factory sealed in title. Seal is a huge keyword for big box games. Yeah, okay, I'll put factory sealed. I will take your advice, Tommy. Thank you. Can fix that listing. Otherwise, it won't happen. But yeah, I should, because on Amazon things will sell for a lot more. Someone was telling me just the other week that even used stuff sells for more. I have no excuse. I don't. You know what kind of upsets me a little bit with Amazon is that they gate everything. So my problem is every time I want to go sell something, I wasn't able to sell it, and so eventually I just stopped looking. I don't have quite enough. Sealed. Yeah. Okay. So this I took a chance on. Chess set has all the metal pieces. Saw the price on it. I think it's $20. Yep, I paid $20 for it. Still had the tag on. There's the $20. That's mostly just to remind myself of the show. I just throw that out. And it looks in very good condition. I couldn't comp this very well at the store, but looking at the quality of this and of the pieces, and the fact that I had its tag, I just decided to buy it for $20 anyways. Okay, so Nano Woolis. This is probably a tourist piece, but that's okay. This Looks very similar. Oh, why is that one with so much? So it's not this level of quality. Well, prices are all over the place. Might ask 99. Yeah, it's a little different than that. And it's not that quality. So it's not 100 and something one. Neither is it this one. It's more like this one. How much does that sell for? Show underneath. And they had the box. Oh, okay, yes. Yes, this is it. So, the shipping is bullshit. So, let's go for 79, and we'll hope that that's okay. Let's find an American one. So $20 to 79. It's okay. So it has tags too, so it might have signs marks from use. I can say count complete. So I did check. Okay, chess set. Yes. Greek Roman period. Yeah, yeah. With all this shit. Board. Good. This is one of the things I ummed and awed about at the store for a little bit. Even with the tag. In fact, I'm going to ask just a bit more. Just a little bit more. And list. Okay, I'm going to update the banner. Nope. There you go. 8 done. Wow. Good for you, Sherry. That's really good at 410. That's excellent. What, not which items, or which category of stuff are you listing? If you want to share. If you don't want to share, that's fine too. I get that. So it's at 145 before, so that's 245, 335, 375, 405, 405, 410. Save. And jump. Okay. Okay, let's do this one. I showed this off the other day. Next, I listing collectibles, so figurines, but I was listing eBay and cross posting. Okay. Yeah, I've got my trying to do my collectibles because I think there's opportunity there because a lot of the thrifters, the guys, who do electronics and stuff, don't look at that stuff because it requires more knowledge. Can't just look up, model numbers, which I do. But I have seen good stuff in there. At least if you have some of the basic ideas of what's worth checking. Anyways, we're going to do this little monster in the pocket before he sits around too long. He's not in the best condition, but he's a more rare one. I'm going to just see if I can see him here, because I can't remember the name of him offhand. I'm pretty sure there was a soul, though. And if I can't find him, then I'll, like this. I'll put him aside and do a draft. That didn't work at all. Is he kind of yellow? I just kind of need to find the model name. So I don't even have to find him. I just know if I don't list him soon, the danger of him going into my death pile increases. And I don't want that happening. Especially if it's worth 50 or 60 bucks and it's just not gaining me anything by sitting there. Oh no. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, what's that? That's not. Okay, 0. You're gonna have to figure out him later. That sucks. What are you gonna do? Toy listing, yeah. I was trying to do the monster in your pocket, but I can't remember the name of it. The model, it's a little sea dragon, but dragon didn't come up with anything. I found it once before. I just don't want to do it during the show. If I can't figure it out quickly, I guess I could use my phone. I don't think it worked last time though. Oh, here he is. That's not him. Jimmy Squarefoot? I don't think that's right either. Jimmy. No. Yep, screw this little guy. I want to get to 500 before I finish the show, so we're going to keep going. iTrail. I think this is for tracking people. Oh no, this one isn't. This one isn't. I don't understand really what it's for, but I can say about that for a lot of stuff I'm selling. I sell baby blankets and quilts, stuffed animals, toys, figurines, calculators, dishes, mugs. If the return on the investment is there, it goes in my cart. 100%. I think I do all those things. I don't do baby blankets and quilts because I just haven't bothered, and that stuff takes up a lot of room. And right now, I want to learn stuff that is the smaller stuff, just from preference. Stuffed animals, yeah, I do kind of look out now for some stuffed animals if I think of it. But the rest of the stuff, calculators are great, dishes, mugs, yeah, do that. Figurines, yeah, I do all that. Okay, so iTrail. So for this thing, I just made sure it would power up. And sleuth gear. Maybe this is a tracker. This is horrible. Sleuth. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, iTrail. That means like for, when you're doing hiking. I think it means for trailing people. Definitely exists. I know it exists. Sleuth gear. There it is. Holy shit. Or best offer. What did you really get? The nice thing about having this stuff in my process box too is like the temptation is just to throw it in the death pile when you can't figure out what something is. But this way, I'm going to keep going because I want to avoid that habit, which is a habit I have, which I'm sure everyone has. It's like I'll deal with it later, except later never comes along. And then before you know it, you're putting your shoulder out from moving it everywhere. I don't know where they got that model number from. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. Used. Okay. This is time to be careful. So, charged it. Light came on. That was the extent of my testing. Selling as is. Now, one thing I notice that people get in trouble for is they sell something as is, and then they sell it used, and then they get complaints. But if it's used, it says right here, but is fully operational and functions as intended. So I break that rule sometimes too. For cameras, I do that because I don't think it's really for parts. I think it's in between the two. But then I can't complain if they buy something and I say as is, and part of the functionality doesn't work because I haven't tested it, you cannot use used. Now, to me, that means that you have to stand by with the definitions as done by eBay, which means it actually works, which means you have to take the return, and you can't bitch about it. I understand bitching. I bitch. But at the same time, it's their playground. They tell you the rules. Don't complain if you have to abide by the rules. Anyways, that's the way I see it. Now the question is price. Now there's a whole one sale, and we have no idea how much they got. And I'd be very happy if this just goes out my door at 59. And if someone gets a great deal, good for them. More power to them. I don't know if other people disagree with that. Let me know. I have no problem with disagreements. Except for when it comes to promotions, there shall be no. We all know promotions don't work. Okay. I'm going to do one more item. That should be good. Bluegrass, ditto. I sell lots of stuff as well, though I'm learning more towards smalls. Yeah, smalls are just so convenient, especially for us Canadians. I think for anyone else too, because smalls, it's like they take up very little storage area. They're not hard to ship generally. The value of a small is often just the same as something large. If you're selling something small, I think you actually have a bigger market because people will look for small things online more so because they know the shipping cost is there. So, well, hey, David, thank you for coming in. Now, you're in England, so I know it's generalization, but I've been watching a lot of metal detecting videos of people finding Roman coins and getting very jealous. It's like the treasure everywhere, just like people who think of Canada go like, oh, just 5 feet away is wilderness and glory and moose and all that stuff. I understand. It's a bit of a you put selling as it instead of as is in the description might be worth fixing. Oh, sure, I'll fix that. Why not? My grammar and spelling is very weak, and it always has been weak. I think my undiagnosed dyslexia might be something to do with it. It's my excuse, but I've stopped trying to fight that about my personality. I think eBay needs to make all the conditions eligible on the drop-down menu. You should be able to select or parts not working, but it's not always available. 100%. I've seen that where even where it's like obvious, like open box doesn't exist in some categories, and I'm not sure why they're doing that because that's by choice for them. Oh, Northern Ireland. Sorry about that. Good guess. You can still go metal detecting there, though, right? Sorry, David. My family's all from Yorkshire, so let's see. One last thing. Okay, let's just finish off with these ladies. Figurines, much in a bag. They seem to be in pretty good condition. I'm just going to check my Google Lens for a second. Okay, miraculous. No worries. Yeah, I understand that can be It's like when Canadians get called Americans. I get more smalls now, but I have lots of totes of blankets, clothes, and stuff now. Clothing, yeah. That's what I love about this is like there's so much different areas. So hey Janet, hope you're doing well. We're gonna listing a slide glass lamp. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, lamps are also my 100th things to learn. Okay, let's go used. I just want to find at least one of these ladies. Okay, here's one of them. And I'm just gonna think about price. Right now I'm thinking $29.99. Oh, particularly. So I have her, but not her. It's not her. The hair is completely different. Maybe I should be thinking more like $19.99. It's more like this. Okay, let's just see. Let's just try 29 and hope for the best. They were cheap. Otherwise, I would not have picked up the bag. Good use condition. Walmart. Use. Perfect. Okay. Lot of 3. With Ladybug. Now, if I was smart, I would put all the names in the title, but I don't feel like looking for all the names. Where are you, babe? Yeah. It's kind of a rude picture. Just to make sure the length is right. Yeah. Okay. That's it. So 1 for 30. And the ladies go in the bag. Into the box. Did not work. What's going on? And done. So I'm just going to update my banner, and that'll be it for the show. Let's see, I got 2 more done. Full 12. And how convenient is that? Save. Show. Okay, so that's it for the surprise extra show. Thank you for everyone who came in. I did a total of 12 items, and for a total of 510. And Sherry came in and did a total of 8 for 410, which is amazing. I'll be back on Monday for the next show. Who knows? Maybe I'll do another one if I get a bunch done this weekend. I don't think we have any plans. I inherited about 350 lamps. 350 lamps. I need to start dealing with them. 350. Like, isn't that like a whole? That's a whole room of lamps. That's a lot of. That's a lot of lamps. I'm interested to hear from you, Janet, how you determine which ones are good and which ones are just not really worth it. Thank you for Sherry for coming in. Thank you for everyone for coming in, and I'll see you all later. Okay, bye.